Hi, this is Fran Thorsen. Welcome to video number 2 in my series of videos about real estate referrals. Today I'm talking about the real estate referral paradigm. It's a changing paradigm. It's a very fluid market right now. There is a major shift happening, and if you can understand the mechanics of this system, you can make it work for you. Some people, some brokers, some real estate agents are going to find that the cost of doing business, the cost of acquiring new customers is about to increase dramatically through lead generation sources that are taking taking on new business models. So let's start this discussion with a talk about leads and referrals. What's a lead? What's a referral? What's the difference, and why does it matter? A lead is somebody who has been identified as someone who is in a position to buy in real estate, somebody who has a home to sell, or somebody who is in a position to buy a home. Sales leads come from your own outreach in many cases. If you are advertising, if you're marketing online, if you have any kind of consumer outreach, you will generate leads. You can also buy leads from lead generation companies. A typical scenario for purchasing leads, it looks like this. You can purchase a package of 10 leads. These are consumers who have opted into a lead generation program and been scrubbed to some degree and qualified. And those leads may be available, for instance, in packages of 10 for $350. So when you're buying a package of leads like that, you can be paying approximately $35 a lead. Now, sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's a little bit less, but that's generally how it works. Referrals are a little bit different. And referrals are people who come to you based upon a personal recommendation. And in the referral business, and when a referral comes to you from another licensee or from another agent or another broker, there is another kind of a fee that's attached that is generally a percentage of the commission. And when a licensee gives you a referral, you may be paying a 25% commission, anywhere to a 40% commission for that referral. So a lead is a referral, not a referral. A referral is a lead, but a referral is a more qualified lead. A referral is also a lead that is much more expensive than a plain vanilla lead. So now that we've talked about that a bit, let's talk about the different types of referrals that you are likely to receive in the real estate business. And again, I think that referrals is a huge missed opportunity. So let's talk about the types of referrals that you're likely to receive, that you're likely to give, and how that can impact your business. So as a receiver of a referral, as somebody who is on the receiving end of the business, you can get referrals from a variety of sources. You can get referrals from past clients and customers. Those are golden leads. Those are wonderful. And for all intents and purposes, even past clients and customers who are doing repeat business fall into a referral bucket. Real estate agents outside your market area can send you referrals. That's the type of referral we just talked about. There is generally a referral fee attached to that type of a referral. So, so a lead, and again, a lead from a past client or customer is a lead that does not, that does not have other types of costs associated. So a lead from a real estate agent or somebody outside your market area probably has a value of, approximately 70% the value of a referral, that you generate yourself. Relocation services is another, popular source of referrals. Relocation services are working with transferees, and they generally take a rather hefty referral fee in connection with those services. But again, those are very qualified people. In some instances, they have relocation assistance that's attached to their package that makes it a rather easy kind of a sale. You may get referrals from your sphere of influence. Those are great. Those are just great. And you may also get them from strategic partners. You may get them from people who are serving the same type of population you are and looking for the same type of business. So strategic partners may include lenders, title agents, home inspectors, stagers, anybody involved in the home services industry who are dealing with people and their homes. So those are places and sources of leads where you are the receiver of the leads. And again, when you receive a lead, you have the ability to do business and do more business with people, and more leads is more business, and that's a way to boost your business. Another way to look at your referral business is to consider the number of outbound referrals that you give. Now remember, those referral fees attached to those qualified referrals can work for you also if you're giving those referrals. So where would you likely be making those types of leads? Well, in your market area. In your own market area, you may be making referrals to people on your team. You may be making referrals to people at other brokerages in your market area when you are generating leads in excess of the number of prospects that you can handle yourself. So if you have a really super duper lead generation system, if you have a blog that is creating 5 to 10 new leads a day in your market area, and you have a team of 3 or 4, well, let's say you have 5 leads a day. That's 150 new leads a month. It's unlikely that any team of 3 or 4 could handle that. So what you want to take a look at is either increasing the size of your team to be able to handle more in-house, or ways of handling that that overage, of ways of handling the number of people that you cannot deal with yourself. And sometimes you will be sending them to other brokerages. There are people in the country right now generating hundreds and hundreds of referrals every single year to people in their own market area, and they are dominating their market and doing that with a very, very large referral business. You can send outbound referrals to other market areas, and you can do that many, many different ways. If you may have a client who's selling a home who is going to be retiring to the Sun Belt, and that gives you an opportunity to make a referral to find that person a home in the Sun Belt. You may have a client who's transferring to another area who is not working with a relocation company, who may not be tied to a relocation company, and you may be in a position to do that. You may have family or friends who are moving to other areas as well. What are the sources for outgoing referrals? Of course, family, friends, clients who are moving. Those are all sources of possible sources of income in the outbound referral arena. Now we're going to talk about the inbound referrals, and 3 different types of inbound referrals. What are the differences between the 3, and how do you want to take a look at those? So the first type of inbound referral we're going to look at is a passive referral, and this is really, really the neatest. This is the favorite kind of referral. This is what everybody wants. You get a call, Jim, Bill suggested I call you to help me sell my house. Well, isn't that cool? Okay, this person has called. They have a referral from one of your past clients. They want your help. Doesn't look like you're going to be competing with anybody. You're going to do your market analysis. You're going to go out and you're going to list that house and sell it for that person. That's a super kind of referral. And before I go any further, let me just point out something here, because I've got this discussion and this delineation about referrals comes directly from a couple of guys that are just amazing, and that's Dean Jackson and Joe Polish. I was at an event recently up in Phoenix. These guys do some very, very deep work with referrals, and some of this information is taken from an episode of I Love Marketing. Dean and Joe do a weekly podcast called I Love Marketing. It's at ilovemarketing.com. And if you want to do yourself a really, really good favor, go to episode 28 and put aside an hour, put aside your distractions, and listen for an hour for an absolutely superb discussion about referrals. And while you're at it, there is a transcript for the discussion. That's how I love to listen to these guys. I go to the podcast, and then I also download the transcript, and I follow along with the transcript while they're talking, and it's a really great way for me to learn. It's a great way for them to present that material. I'm very, very appreciative for that, and I suggest you do the same. Additionally, Dean Jackson has another blog. It's called marketingmonday.com, where he talks a lot about different ways of marketing real estate. I really do think that this man has no equal in the business when it comes to real estate marketing. I highly recommend you visit his website. He's got some really, really great stuff there. And again, I am borrowing quite liberally from their materials here. I would like to just acknowledge that while I'm doing that. I think it's nice to acknowledge when people have given you material, and I'm doing that here. So okay, so the next type of referral that we have is a reactive referral. Now that's a little bit different. So that's when somebody comes and says, Jim, my friend Helen wants to sell her house. I suggested she speak with you, so here's her number. She's expecting your call. All right, so that's not somebody who's already waiting to do business with you. That's somebody who's waiting for you to call. You've got to call yourself, make an introduction, and then deliver your value proposition and win Helen's business. So that's a little bit different. It's still a great referral, but it's a little bit different in terms of the type that it is. And the third type of referral is an orchestrated referral. And that is the kind of referral that really is planned. It's planned, it's intentional, and this is where you find an opportunity to become a part of somebody's conversation. You become a part of the conversation and you seize it. I'm going to go very, very deep into this whole concept in an upcoming video, but I think it's very, very important for you to understand that there are different types of referrals. I think it's a good exercise to sit and reflect about that a bit, to consider what type of referrals you have in your business, where the balance is. I know that Dean Jackson's done a lot of work with this, and he's done I think he said he did about 40 presentations to groups about referrals, where he polled the agents, where he polled real estate agents about the types of referrals they have. And he found that when he described passive and reactive referrals, that about 80% of most agents' business was passive, and about 20 of it was reactive. And that was quite interesting. And I think those were the numbers. So if I'm wrong, you'll probably see it on Marketing Monday if I'm wrong, or on episode 28 there. So at any rate, sit and think about this a little bit. After the video here, you might want to make a note about this, write this down, passive, reactive, and orchestrated, and see what your business looks like right now. Because in future videos, we're going to actually put this into a system and a plan for you so that you can work with this and start moving ahead with your business. So, starting to understand where that comes from is very, very important. And that brings us to the outbound referrals, because making referrals and working in the business and collecting income for referrals is great. So we want to benchmark that. We're going to work on that very, very soon, and in an upcoming video very, very shortly. So let's pick a number just for the heck of it and see what does a referral look like to you, and what are the possibilities in terms of your income. Well, if you are looking at a referral situation where you are going to be collecting a 25% referral fee, well, let's see what that looks like. On a $150,000 sale, a 3% commission. And again, I'm using this for rough numbers. I'm not trying to set prices or anything else. These numbers, the commission dollars I'm working with, are simply examples of what it might look like, for the purposes of working with arithmetic and goal setting. So, and nothing more than that. I'm not suggesting that 3% is the number that you should charge. I'm not suggesting anything of the sort. I'm just simply using this for, for arithmetic purposes. So if you have a $150,000 sale or a purchaser who is going to be making one on a, the 3% commission is $4,500. The referral side of that, at the 25% is about $1,125 in a referral fee. And so what really that amounts to is the fact that 4 closed referrals equals a transaction. Assuming that $150,000 is your average sale price, or whatever your sale price is, if you are making referrals that correspond to, your average sale price, 4 closed referrals equals a transaction. So if you can put together a business that makes referrals, an important part of your business and a plan around that. Every 4 referrals equals a transaction. If you are a person who my thought about a neat way to double your business is to say, okay, if you do four transactions a month, and you can generate 16 closed referral leads, on the outgoing end, you can be doubling your business, because that's like having another 4 transactions. And that is definitely something that would be wonderful to consider. So in terms of making a plan, what we're going to be talking about going in deep is setting some goals. What are your lead generation goals? Because remember, a lot of these referrals that you're going to be sending to other agents are going to be coming as a result of your lead generation efforts. So whether they're organic or paid, okay, they're coming from lead generation. Right now, you may have a blog or a website, or you may have an IDX set up where you have lots and lots of leads, and you have a lot of those things happening naturally, and that's organic. That would be a great way to go. You may be a person who is using pay-per-click. Imagine that you're paying even if you're paying $3 or $4 or $5 a click, maybe 1 out of 10 clicks actually results in a real live lead. You may be paying $50 for a lead that you can refer to somebody else and actually, cop a referral fee of $1,000. So that, that could be something to consider if you haven't used pay-per-click, and if you haven't used that kind of advertising. When you put it into context like this, that makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, you can set goals for orchestrated referrals, and one of those goals might be to get a referral from every closed customer. So every time you're working with somebody on a transaction, you can put the wheels in motion to generate a referral from that person, hopefully even before the transaction is closed, or time something, at the end of the transaction. So having a referral from every closed customer is what? That's another way to double your business in a very, very easy way. Getting a referral from every closed customer, and that's an incoming referral, is a way to double your business. That's an easy way to double your business without a lot of money, and that's definitely something that we're thinking about. You want to track your referrals. Track the type of referrals. Are the referrals that you do mostly inbound, or are they outbound? Are the referrals, do you receive a lot of referrals? Do you get a lot of referrals from your sphere of influence, from past clients and customers? How many referrals are you sending out, and what are the source? If you're not tracking them, start to track them. Start to track them using all of these parameters I'm talking about. Incidentally, there will be a copy of this mind map in a PDF appearing below the video. You can download that, and you can use that as well. The other thing that you want to track are conversions, and all kinds of conversions. So when you're tracking conversions, you're tracking conversions of people who are opting into your subscriber list. How many people have to who come to your page actually opt in? What does that number look like, and how can you improve that? How many people who opt in actually become qualified leads, and how many of those leads actually become referrals and people that you can send out to other agents to do some business? So this whole tracking system becomes quite fascinating. Take a look and see what you have in your system right now, in your CRM, in your tracking stuff. Again, we're going to be going deeper into this in the future here, in the near future. But start to think about this and start to collect some information, and again, get ready to work with that. And as a final thought, I want to share something that Dean says. Dean Jackson, again, he is quite an amazing guy, and there is a great referral myth, and he dispels that. And the myth is this: okay, people don't make referrals as a favor, and a lot of real estate agents think, if I ask somebody to do me a favor, to give me a referral, they'll be happy to do that. Well, that's really not the mindset of that people have when they are making a referral. People don't make referrals to do you a favor. They make referrals because it makes them feel good, because they feel like they're adding value to a friend's life by sharing information about you. It's because you have demonstrated a value proposition that makes you a valuable person to share with their friends and their colleagues. So they're not making a referral because they're doing you a favor. They're making a referral because it makes them feel good to do that. And how you work with this in your plan is going to be a key to how successful you are. How you deliver value to people how you deliver value to your past clients and customers, how you deliver value to the people you're working with right now, how you deliver value to the people who are in your sales funnel, to the people who are in your sphere, to your strategic partners. Those are all very, very different groups, and delivering value is the way that you establish yourself as a person worthy of referrals. So that about does it. Again, I have a copy of the mind map below, and you're welcome to download that. Sign up for additional videos if you're interested in hearing more. We've got some really good stuff coming up. We're going to go deeper in some of these areas, and in the meantime, have a great day. Go sell a house, list a house, and and make a referral today. Try to make at least one referral today, and see what magic happens. Thanks a lot.